Hello YouTube, Megumi Mary here, and this video has been a long time coming. I was originally going to do a comparison video of Garnet and Malachite, but when I was working on this video, I realized that there's a deeper meaning to Garnet that a lot of people seem to overlook. So I'm gonna dive into that a bit today. So without further ado, this is my in-depth video on Garnet. For those of you who don't know, I'm basically going to be doing in-depth videos on all of the fusions that we've seen in Steven Universe. At least the ones we have a good idea about. I've already done one about Smoky Quartz, link in the description below. So this is my video about Garnet. And I will be doing videos in the near future about opals, Tavani, alexandrite, malachite, sugilite. So I'm going to tackle all the major fusions we've already seen in the show. So for those of you who have seen Steven Universe, at least the first season or two, it's pretty obvious that Garnet is a lesbian relationship. You know, there's no way around it. It's a lesbian relationship. And that's the part that everyone seems to focus on, which that's a good part to focus on. I'm actually really happy that Rebecca Sugar has done this. And Garnet is a good example of a healthy relationship. And not like the stereotypical relationships that they like to push forward in shows, where it's like they're happy all the time. You know, Garnet has fights. We see episodes like Keystone Motel, where Ruby and Sapphire are upset with each other. They have a fight. It's a good representation of a healthy relationship, because no relationship is perfect. No matter what, you are going to have fights. And it's how you move from those fights, how you grow together and make yourself better people. And this is perfectly represented with Garnet. But I would like to talk a bit more about Garnet's origin. In the episode The Answer, we get Garnet's whole backstory of how Ruby and Sapphire first formed into Garnet. And there's a really good metaphor that a lot of people just seem to overlook, at least as far as I can tell, about the class warfare and segregation of races. Now, one thing Rebecca Sugar does really well is she doesn't have her characters as specific races, but you can kind of tell what she intends for specific characters. So for this example, we'll say that Ruby is basically a lower class citizen, and Sapphire is an upper class aristocratic girl. This is very similar to the structure of the white people and the slaves back before the Civil War, and basically that's why Ruby and Sapphire's love is considered a taboo. We see rubies fuse with other rubies, and that's considered normal because, it's a race of people. But when she fuses with Sapphire, it's an interracial couple, and that is something that's really frowned upon. And I think it really works in this context because we see Sapphire willing to give up everything for Ruby. We see Ruby willing to give up everything for Sapphire, and it's a really good way to start their story. And I just think it's a really mature way of handling a very dark part of history in a way that doesn't talk down to kids or is very demeaning of the actual situation. I think it works really well as an allegory for the class structure back then, and I honestly think it works really good as a metaphor for an interracial couple in a time when that was frowned upon. But those are just my thoughts, and I'd love to know what you guys think. So why don't you leave your comments down below, and tell me if you think that Garnet is a representation of an interracial relationship in a time when that was frowned upon, or if I'm just overanalyzing this and I should take my head out of my ass. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. It's been a big year for me, and I'm really glad for all the support you guys have given me. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. I plan on doing 2 more videos this year. Whether or not I'll actually get around to them is another issue entirely. But as of right now, that is the plan. My book is available on both Kindle and now paperback. So if you want to check that out, links are in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.